Very good morning, aspirants. Welcome to Karthikeya IAS Academy. So today we are going to discuss our next topic. Water birds make a beeline to Punjab's Harike wetland. So in this topic, we will discuss about what is this Harike wetland. What is this wetland? What are these water birds? And why these water birds make a beeline to India's, Punjab's Harike wetland? Here you can observe some images. What are these images? What images? And here if you observe, there are another two more maps. So what these maps tell us? So let's start. What is the matter of concern? So what is the main issue here? If you observe here, in this Punjab, the dwindling number of a few important winter water birds, nothing but migratory species, is the matter of concern. So we all are very well known of these migratory birds. From our childhood we have seen it, and if you observe in depth, India is having 3 flyways, nothing but flight paths used by the birds. What is the meaning of flyway? It is nothing but the path, the flight path which were used by the birds is called flyway. So in this topic we are going to discuss about Central Asia flyway. In the same way, in India there are another 2 flyways. So total 3 flyways. The first one, Central Asian flyway. Second one, East Asian flyway. And the third one, East Asian Australasian flyway. So this topic is related to only Central Asian flyway. So other than this, what are other 2 flyways? East Asian flyway and East Asian Australasian flyway, right? So in 2020, the count at the Harike wetland was recorded at 91,025 migratory water birds, which means when you compare with the last year 2019 report, this records 32,000 water birds, drop off 32,000 water birds. So why this happened? This is our matter of concern. Winter migratory water birds using their Central Asian flyway. What is the meaning of flyway? These birds use flight paths. So from Central Asia to India. So the path between Central Asia and India is called the flyway, right? So in India, if you observe, there are migratory species around 41, followed by ducks, which are numbered at 38, which these belong to the family of Anatidae. Please remember the abbreviation. Please remember what is the family name of these ducks? A N A P I B A E, right? So please adjust with the typing. So total in India, if you observe, there are 41 migratory species, and which are followed by 38 types of ducks, and these all belonging to the family. Yani the species belongs to which family? Anatidae. Anatidae. So there was an estimate of 44 migratory mammal species in India, and has risen to 46 after COP 13. Right? But now what happening here? The number of 91,025, right? So in previous year, approximately 1,20,000 winter birds visited this Harike wetland, but right now in 2020 the report says that 32,000 drop off, 32,000 water birds. So it is a matter of concern, and we have to look over it. Why 32,000 water birds didn't visit Harike wetland? Because it is a very good scenery. Here, please observe here. The winter migratory water birds using the Central Asian flyway have started making a beeline to Punjab's Harike wetland, offering a delight for bird lovers. Over the years, the number of certain species has been falling. Some bird enthusiasts and experts are of the view that the trend is not just limited to the Harike wetland, but could be witnessed across the country and even beyond if certain measures were taken. And in India, this is the main problem. Right? So if you observe in previous I have mentioned that how many migratory species are there? 41, and out of this followed by ducks, and they belongs to which family? Anatidae. So please don't forget the family name. Please do remember what is the family name of these species. Anatidae. Anatidae. And how many flyways are there in India? 3 flyways. What is the meaning of flyway? Flight paths which are used by the birds. What are those flyways? First one, Central Asian flyway. Second one, East Asian flyway. And the third one, East Asian Australasian flyway. Right? So what is the key reason why there is a decrease in 32,000? It is a drop of 32,000. If you observe the wildlife list put by the Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species, please do listen carefully. What is the abbreviation of CMS? Conservation of Migratory Species. And scientists said that there are total number of migratory fauna from India comes to 457 species, and which gave the information conservation of migratory species. So please do remember the wildlife list which was put by the Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species. Scientists said that the total number of migratory fauna from India comes to 457 species. And coming to migratory species in India, globally if you observe, migratory species in India There are more than 650 species and are listed under the CMS appendices. And with over 450 species, which plays a very important role in their conservation. And if you observe the ZSI, what is the abbreviation of ZSI? Geological Survey of India. Geological Survey of India. And for the first time, compiled the list of migratory species of India under CMS before the conference of parties held in Gujarat. Now, India had put the number at 451, and in this birds comprise 83%, yani 380 species out of 451 migratory species in India. So it is very, very great achievement. If we don't use this achievement, this opportunity, we are going to lose more number of species, and the bird lovers are not going to have this opportunity. Clear? So why this happens? What are the key reasons they attribute for the drop in migratory water birds? Please remember, what is the drop? 32,000 drop. It is huge mark. So what are the key reasons that attribute for the drop in migratory water birds? First one, increased human interferences in the breeding regions, which is the main reason for it. Second one, climate change. You are well aware of it. Nothing but rising air and water pollution. And in this water pollution, if you observe, please see this image. This was a recent image taken at Punjab. See the Satluj River. The condition of this Satluj River, which has become polluted over these years, and no measures are taken to convert into a freshwater lake. Right? And the second one is in climate change. If you observe, this is the water pollution, and here you should have a clear idea what is the meaning of raising air. Please do remember, I have mentioned here, warmer air can hold more moisture than the cool air. So moisture, high moisture will be in warmer airs. So if warmer air increases, definitely the moisture will also increase. And as the warmer air increases in our world, the air will suck up more water from the oceans, more water from the lakes, more water from the soils, more water from the plants. So the air will suck up more water if warmer air. In the warmer air, if you observe, it holds more moisture. So as the warmer air increases, moisture too increases. So air will suck up more water from oceans, lakes, soils and plants, and this will result in the drier conditions, and this air leaves behind could negatively affect drinking water supplies and agriculture. So this is nothing but raising air. So what are the key reasons? Raising air, water pollution and human interferences. So these are the main reasons for the drop of 32,000 Central Asian migratory birds. Clear? So many of you have doubt about climate change, how it impacts on our water, and what we have to do. Please observe this image very, very carefully. And this climate change impacts all over the world's water in complex ways. For example, let us take this water cycle diagram itself. Right? So global warming is altering nearly every stage in the diagram. You can observe here, you can observe this arrow and this arrow. Right? And these changes will put pressure on drinking water. Please observe here, drinking water supplies, which internally affect the food production. Right? So warmer airs can hold more moisture than the cold air. So that's why, as a result, in a warmer world, the air will suck up more water from oceans, lakes, soils, and plants. Is it clear? So these drier conditions this air leaves behind could negatively affect the drinking water supplies and agriculture. On the other side, the wetter air could also endanger human lives. If you observe the study of Columbia's University Lamont Duarte Earth Observatory, Duarte Earth Observatory, which found that the higher humidity will make future higher temperatures, which are unbearable in some places, by blocking the cooling effects of our sweat. If you observe the precipitation here, please observe here the precipitation. When the extra wet air cools down, it drops. Please observe here, it drops. Extra rain or snow to the ground. So please observe here, when the extra wet air which cools down, it drops extra rain or snow to the ground. Thus, a warmer world means we get hit with a heavier rain and snowstorms too. From here, if you observe the snowstorms, so how we are going to overcome these things? If you observe the surface runoffs, the heavier bursts of the precipitation, which is caused by the warmer. So the heavier bursts of precipitation, which is caused by the warmer wet air, can lead to flooding, which can cause a severe danger to the human lives by damaging the homes, which can and kill crops, and indirectly it will hurt our economy. So the America's Water Initiative at the Columbia Water Center has been working to identify the specific causes of catastrophic flooding in order to more accurately predict them to save lives and property. So what can be done? What can be done? Here you can observe the water stresses. So the climate change will make water shortages more likely. So what can be done to prevent this? And the answer was given by the Columbia Water Center. The report, if you observe the Columbia Water Center report, it can help municipalities to meet the challenges of the future. To make these calculation, Water Center teamed up with the Fox from Lamont Doherty using tree ring data to reconstruct droughts and floods from the last 700 years in all the major river basins. Increasing water shortages, making irrigation systems more efficient, making sure crops are appropriate for the local climate are a few ways municipalities can help to stave off water stress. In the same way, the wind, the solar power projects can help too because they use less water than the traditional power plants. And there are also things that rest of us can do to help conserve water, like fixing leaky plumbing, taking shorter showers, watering the lawn less often, avoiding foods that require a lot of water. If you observe, 1800 gallons of water is to be produced by 1 pound of beef. So if in this process, if we can take measures, there will not be a warmer current, warmer airs. So it is a peak time for us. If you observe what happened in hurricane in last year, 1,20,000 birds visited India. And now if you observe, only 92,000 birds visited India. So why this much change happened? So everything is interlinked. If you move further, what is Central Asian flyway? So many of you have an idea about the flyway. Now only a couple of minutes back we explained this topic. What is this central, what is the meaning of the flyway and how many flyways are there in India? So there are 3 flyways in India and one of is Central Asian flyway, and this Central Asian flyway is related to our topic Karthikeya wetland. Karthikeya wetland. So what is this? What is this Central Asian flyway? Please observe very carefully this image. This green area. If you observe this green area, please observe this green area. This green area is Central Asian Indian flyway. Whereas this blue area, if you observe, this is East Asian Australian flyway. In the same way, if you observe this pink border, this area is called as West Pacific flyway. So here, what is the Central Asian flyway? This green part, which covers Dio Gracia Island. From here you can observe. Here you can observe Dio Gracia Island. From here to India, to Pakistan, to Iran, to Iran, and next from Azerbaijan Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. You all are well aware what is the meaning of Central Asia. Central Asia. What is the meaning of Central Asia? The Central Asia countries are Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan. Right? So there are 6 Central Asian countries. Those are Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, right? Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. So please do remember how many Central Asian countries are there. First one Kazakhstan, second one Kyrgyzstan, third one Tajikistan, fourth one Turkmenistan, and the fifth one Uzbekistan. So Central Asia means 5 group of countries. Once again I will repeat, what are those countries? Central Asia is equal to 5 countries. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. And this is called as Central Asia. And this route, this complete green area till Russia, if you observe, Russia and some part of China. So this complete area, this complete flight path is called as Central Asian Flyway. Another name is Central Asian Indian Flyway. Another name is Central Asian South Asian Flyway, which is a flyway covering a large continental area of Eurasia between the Arctic Ocean and the Indian Ocean and the associated island chains. Is it clear? In which season and to which place in India water birds migrate through Central Asian Flyway? Please observe here. Every winter, the birds make their way to India through Central Asian Flyway. So in which season they will come to India? In winter season. And to which place? The Harike wetland, which is one of the largest in northern part of India, which is situated in Taran district and stands on the confluence, yani the meeting point, the merging point of Bees River and Satluj River, where the Bees River and Satluj River meets. That point is called confluence. And it is in which district? Taran district. It is in which state? Punjab. So it is a home to birds visiting from far as Arctic and Siberia. And in the same way, in India, there are 3 flyways. There are 3 flyways as we discussed earlier. And in world, if you observe, in world there are 8 major migratory bird flyways. Please observe here. This is Central Asia. Please observe here. This is Central Asia, East Asia, Australasia, East Asia, East Africa, Black Sea, Mediterranean, East Atlantic, Atlantic Americas, Central Americas, Pacific Americas. So there are total 8 major migratory bird flyways, whereas in India there are 3 major migratory bird flyways. So please do remember this point. So India there are 3, whereas in world there are 8. What are those species migrate India through CAF? So here you should have a clear idea which birds which species, which birds migrate to India? So the prominent water birds that sighted at Harike are Harike at Harike wetland are Eurasian cod, grey-lag goose, bar-headed goose, guardwall, northern shoalwer, and whereas some other species which are in very good number are common pochard, sport-billed duck, little cormorant, pied overset, great cormorant, ferruginous pochard, common teal, black-tailed godwit, steepy gull, and brown-headed gull. So these names are very important for us because these are the migratory species, migratory water birds which come to India through CAF, Central Asian Flyway. And coming to the please observe here what is this Harike wetland. Please observe in this map. So this map you can observe here, National Parks and Sanctuaries of Punjab. This red star, if you observe, these are the sanctuaries, and here if you observe Harike Lake, this area is called Harike wetland. So there is another name of Harike wetland, that is Harikepathan. So here, what is the meaning of wetland? Right? So these wetlands are nothing but the water which is covered on the soil. The water, please remember, the wetlands are nothing but the areas where the water covers the soil or is present either at or near the surface of this soil. Please do remember what is the meaning of a wetland, which is a distinct ecosystem. Please do remember, it is a distinct ecosystem which is flooded by the waters, either it may be permanently or seasonally. And these, if you observe the structure of these wetland, the water which is covered, which covers the soil. And there are so many types of wetlands. There are so many types of wetlands. Some will say it as a marsh. So here, coming to the Harike wetland, which is situated in, previously we discussed it, Taran district of Punjab. And when it came into existence in 1952, after the construction of a barrage at the confluence of Sutlej and BS river. So where is the location of it? At the confluences of which two rivers? In exam they may ask you, this Harike wetland is in the confluence of the following rivers, Beas and Sutlej. And it was accorded the wetland status in 1990 by the Ramsar Convention. So please do remember what is this Ramsar Convention, and in which year it accorded that Harike is a wetland. Please do remember, it is accorded the wetland status by the Ramsar Convention in 1990. So this Ramsar Convention gave wetland status to this Harike wetland. Please do remember, what is the meaning of this wetland? The area, it is an area where the water covers the soil. So what are the water in wetlands types? Fresh water, brackish water, or salt water. And here you should have the complete idea about the Ramsar Convention. In short, I will discuss with you the Ramsar Convention introduced in 1971. Please do remember, guys, it was introduced on 2nd February 2nd, 1971 at the location Ramsar, which is in Iran. So that's why it got a name, Ramsar Convention. And please do remember, it was founded in 2nd February 1971 and it came into force in 1975. In 1975. So here you should observe the World Wetlands Day, which is a very, very important. It was founded on 2nd February, right? So every year on 2nd February, we will celebrate 2nd February as Wetland Day. And for this year, the theme is wetlands and water. So they may ask you 2020 wetland theme, or they may ask you 2021. So please do remember both of it. 2020, it is wetlands and biodiversity. 2021, it is wetlands and water. And please do remember one thing. This wetland day is established. Why it established World's Wetland Day? Because to raise awareness about the value of wetlands for humanity and this planet. And please do remember, World Wetland Day was celebrated for the first time in 1997. Please do remember, guys. Ramsar Convention founded on 2nd February 1971. Right? Harike wetland got status from Ramsar Convention in 1990. Clear? And in 1997, from 1997, World Wetland Day was celebrated. And please do remember, 2020 wetland theme is wetlands, and 2020 wetland theme is wetlands and biodiversity, whereas 2021 wetland theme is wetlands and water. And please don't forget, what is the meaning of wetland, what is the meaning of Ramsar Convention, and why this wetland day is celebrated. Where is this Harike? It is on which river? It is in which district? Clear, guys? So what we discussed till now, please do observe once again. What is the matter of concern? What is the matter of concern? Drop of around 32,000 birds. Why it happened? What are the key reasons? What is the meaning of raising air? How it affects our environment? What is the Central Asian Flyway? In which season and to which place in India water birds migrate through Central Asian Flyway? What are the migratory bird flyways in India? Eight major migratory birds flyways in India. And what are those species migrate India through CAF, Central Asian Flyway? Write about Harike wetland. What is the Harike wetland also known as? What is the meaning of wetland? What is the history of Harike wetland? What is this Ramsar Convention? What is this World Wetland Day? From which year we celebrating World Wetland Day and why? What is the 2021 theme, wetland theme of 2021? So these are very, very important topic. So please once again listen to this session, and myself KCR signing out. Thank you.